My name is Craeg Wilton. I go by he, him, and I'm from the Iron Range in Minnesota. I am basically transmasc. I go by the male pronouns, and I am currently about 3/4 of my transition through to where I wanted. Where you can find me in community is basically in the middle of it, creating safe spaces and reaching out to those who need it, especially where I'm from. So politically, the Iron Range has been extremely conservative. It's been changing over the past few years, but it is still very conservative. So while we work to be visible, we're also working with allies in the community to come up with ways of communicating that's not social media or way out in the open. Creating a safe space on the Iron Range is basically being out there, being seen, and letting others come and feel seen with you in a safer way. Whether that be either one-on-one or with a smaller group or even a larger group, but where they feel safe with somebody to be themselves. I work with other members of the community to create escape routes, safe buildings, safe areas where I take the attention onto myself, and then either another community member or I tell them, go to this place, ask for this person. They will keep you safe. So the way we create the networks through resistance is we use other ways other than social media to get out messages, especially if there's a protest going on or other events that are very hostile towards us, where we can reach out to allies in the community and go, hey, we need a safe space. Where can we go? And we can get answers really, really quickly, and then work to move people to those places. Being visible as a trans person and the dangers with it is you open yourself up to being attacked, either verbally, emotionally, physically, even sexually. We usually work to make sure that we will move around in groups, whether 1 to 2 to 3 people or more. And we usually have other allies with us, so it's not just trans people there. We have people who are willing to get into the good trouble with us. What I love most about myself and my community is we work to make sure that each other is okay, and we're still working on bringing other people the safety of our community, whether it be word of mouth, somebody sends somebody a letter or a text, or people know each other. And even if they can't come to us physically, we have ways of them reaching out virtually in safe ways to find that community. And then it just grows from there. They find people with same interests and it grows. And we've had members take initiative and start smaller satellite groups in their areas to help the people there. How we cultivate safe spaces is we're going out into the community to small businesses and other, smaller organizations, and basically going, would you be willing to help us? Can we use you as a safe space? Can we use you as, part of our messaging network, to keep people either safe or connected? And we've had a lot of support in different areas. Basically, you're going to run into hate everywhere. And what they could learn from us is, even if you have to hide a little bit, you're still there. We may not be as loud and as open as the Twin Cities, but we are working that way. Even if it's just smaller lights in more spots than just one big light in one area. What support looks like for us is if you come up into our area, reach out to us. If we're putting on an event, feel free to stop by, make new friends, and If we're doing our D&D game every other week, feel free to stop in. We have people watching us, and you can cheer us on or, throw out suggestions. But just come in and hang out with us. Liberation for myself and my community is actually being able to go out and live our lives without having to make an escape plan or, be constantly on the lookout for people who want to hurt us. We just want to live. We want to enjoy our lives. We don't want to be sequestered in our homes or in, areas where we feel unsafe. We just want to be able to go out and live like everybody else. How I see getting there is we're working to change that. I believe in the teachings of Gandhi of be the change you want to see in the world. We're out there pouring out kindness to our community and even, people who aren't part of our community. And we're hoping just to get a small part of that back. And we're just changing minds by being ourselves. We're showing them we're not the demons that the political parties and all that are making us out to be. We're just humans. Queer joy for me is being able to go out and see the joy and relief on my community's faces of we get to be out, we get to do what we want. Hey, I found somebody who's interested in the same stuff as me. Now I have somebody to talk to besides just the voices in my head. And it's other voices saying, we want you here versus the voices that say, we don't want you in this world. How we cultivate it is we're constantly reminding them that they are welcome in our space, in our lives, as far as they want to be. We call our community a found family because a lot of them lost their family becoming who they are. But we welcome them as family members because everybody needs that to lean on. For local acts of care, we've had a couple organizations opening up their doors to us for spaces to use for our gatherings and all that, especially when the weather gets kind of crazy as it does in Minnesota. Basically where we can have our D&D games, we can have our hangouts, we're planning movie nights, we're having an art night coming up. Basically, the organizations up north are opening their doors and going, yeah, we want you here. We want you to have space, we want you to use our space. And we really appreciate that. My advice for people who kind of can't make up their minds on things is remember to be kind, not constantly pushing that, yes, I'm trans, you just need to accept it. They might not accept it, but just remember that as long as they respect that, it's a win. They don't have to fully agree, they don't have to fully disagree. If they're open to learning more, be open to educating them or being able to help them educate themselves. But if all they want to spew is hate, then you just got to take it as we couldn't get this one and just move on, but also not let that hate stick. And that is the hardest part because hate sticks harder than kindness. For advice on how to get the hate not stick, I go by like water off a duck's back, but after a while it starts to chafe and bleed. There has to be a point where you have to stick up for yourself, but also having others there to help stick up for you, not in a violent way or an aggressive way, but basically to remind you that you are valid, that you are seen and accepted in your community. And even if your community isn't there physically, if you just reach out, there's usually a hand there waiting for you. And that's what we try to be, is that open hand waiting for people who want help. Our safe online spaces is we try to stay off the major social media. We have a private Discord server with an invite-only screening questions, basically to make it as safe as possible as we can But if you have to use social media, make sure you do your research on people, because it's so easy to make a fake profile and work with people to make code words or phrases to where if you're in trouble, you can give out this word and people are like, okay, I hear you, I'll be there, but not everywhere is going to be safe, especially social media right now because of the political climate, and it's free. Support for my community looks like helping us feel seen. If we're walking down the street and we're being accosted, if a business owner or an organization owner sees that coming up and going, you know what, you need to stop because we have you on camera and what you are doing is harassment. And we've had that a few times. But basically, where people are willing to stand up and actually say something, because it's so easy to go, well, it's not happening to me, I'm not getting involved, it's none of my business. Having more people step up and get into the good trouble with us definitely will help support in the long run. What grounds me in these times is my spouse and also members of my community who remind me going, hey, look how far you've come from where you were to now and where you plan on being. And we're walking that path together right now. We may part, for a while, but we're always connected in that. What is important for queer and trans people to hold on to right now is that the tide is changing. Even if you're giving your one voice, and as small as it may be right now, there are millions of others joining, and it's just becoming a roar that will not be ignored. It's perseverance, and it's gonna get tough, but there are others here with you doing the same thing. Maybe not in the same ways, but they're doing the same things.